Hi, it's Kenny here, and I'm going to be showing you how I'm creating my latest campaign using the Epic campaign system. I'm using Microsoft's OneNote, a great free program which holds lots of details and data and is generally brilliant for what I want it to be doing for this. I've already started creating the sheet out. Along the top here I've got the external factors, I've got place, intrigue and character, the 4 pillars of Epic. This time I'll be talking through external factors, and on the right here you can see inspiration, emotional, story and mechanical, the 4 important sub pillars to be found within external factors. The first section, inspiration, is just what I want to be found in the game, what drives this game and what keeps me going for this game. The first part of my inspiration is you guys. A lot of people have asked me about how to get secrets, mysteries, half-truths, all that kind of interesting games. So that's where the first section will come from. I'm also inspired by Conan, the original Conan, how he always faced up against horrors and dark creatures. Of course, if I'm doing a Mythos game, I've got to also be inspired by Lovecraft. I am also inspired by Knights Templars. Temptation is an interesting one to look at. A desire to do right. Family is also an interesting inspiration for me. And I like the idea of not sure who to trust, making things a lot darker and a lot more mysterious. And of course, mysteries. I enjoy mysteries, and this game is going to be all about mysteries. So they're my biggest inspirations for this game. The emotional aspects, what I want from the role playing. These are the main wants I want from the role playing. I want characters who are good at what they do. Again, mysteries again. Characters who stand up for what they believe. Outsiders. I've always been a bit of an outsider, and I've got used to that idea, but I still like to hear about outsiders to see if they can do it better than I can do it. Family. In this case, family is probably not going to be biological, but it could work out that way eventually. Family is probably in this situation more of a group family of an organisation. And I like the idea of a troubled past as well. In the story section, the genre of this will be a fantasy horror, and we'll have elements of mysteries in there, or mystery in there as well. The mood is a heroic, could either be a heroic mood or it could be a dark mood. I haven't quite decided what mood I want this game to be yet. It could flip between the two, or it could be somewhere in that heroic dark spectrum there. Now, next thing to look at is the pitch here. Still part of the story phase, which is why it's offset underneath story there. It's slightly more different than what I've put into the starting a Epic campaign. The starting point I've picked for this campaign is a choice between place and treasure. To get this, I used my Stories Warrior cubes. I rolled one action, which came up with a man on a path. Got 2 ways to go. To me, as a choice. I rolled 2 random stories cubes, and I got a tower block and a treasure chest, and that's what got me between the place and treasure there. On the inspirations, I got outsiders, I got secret orders, and I have also got what else is it? Got outsiders, secret orders, and there's another inspiration I wanted to do, which was families. Now, for death, all stories deal with, all powerful stories deals with death in one kind or another. And in this story here, I'm going to be dealing with spiritual death. Spiritual death. The reason why I'm choosing spiritual death rather than physical, emotional, psychological death is because it's different, and it sort of fits in well with my understanding of Mythos, Lovecraftian Mythos. All choices are stacked against them. Will they do the right thing or the wrong thing, or will they get out alive? The other thing it could be interesting to do is look at emotional death. And at the moment I have no idea what the character wants. Okay, now it's time to look at the pitch here. My first pitch I wrote was an undercover investigator knight is rumours of a cult going in an important settlement. He decides to go and investigate. While there, he's torn between great treasure and a place to call home. That's it. Another inspiration I just remembered was duty. Okay. That pitch I've just done there was okay. Can give you some lots of good ideas, but I'm sure it could actually be made stronger. So the first thing to do is look at ways I can make it stronger. First of all, he's unsure of his path. He's disillusioned and been tempted away from the right path, away from his duty. He sees wealth around him. It's not physical wealth, but emotional and security. He's sworn to forswear wealth of all kinds to follow his orders will. He could also find a branch of his order that's been tempted away from the pure teachings of the founder. He's unsure if he should introduce himself to them. So now I've got my rough pitch and some other ways of detailing more detail to the pitch and stuff. So let's have a look at making this pitch a bit stronger. I have a knight belonging to a secret order is being tempted away from his duties and vows. He's been sent to an important settlement to see if there are rumours. See if there are any truth to the rumours that a cult is spreading there. While at the settlement, he's torn whether to keep his oaths and follow his duty, or to abandon them to find emotional treasure. I think that last paragraph here is quite a lot stronger than the first one there. It's got some conflicts in there, quite interesting conflicts, which I'll be interested to follow around. It's got a nice mix of everything in there, and I can see myself building a campaign around that quite easily. The next thing to do is create a campaign name. At the moment, I have no idea what to call this campaign. I've been thinking about it. So to make it nice and simple at the moment, I'll just call it Fantasy Mythos. I will come back at a later stage and rename that. The last section I'm going to look at is mechanical here. In mechanical, I've decided I'm going to use my Fate rule set, using my Fate solo with my new surprise factor add-on. Under power level, it's going to be the standard Fate solo power level. The supplements I'll be using within this game will be Uni, a hacked location crafter for my mysteries, and location crafter. The random content generators I'll be using within this game will be Insta NPCs, Jester Dragon's random cult generator, Medkima's Presses Cities 4th edition. I have seen some people use this and I've heard good things about it, but I haven't yet tried it. I'll be using Open Spaces, Assorted Rory's Story Cubes, including the actions ones I mentioned earlier. I'll be using Short Order Heroes, Silent Legions alongside with the Jester Dragon's random cult generator will be used to create the Mythos and the random cults. Small spaces, and I'll be using Storyforge as well. That is the end of my external factors. Next time we'll come back here, we'll be looking at place and how I'm going to create the Reltook, so the setting specific details, locations, groups, and any NPCs I can start off with. That's for next time, and for now, bye.